So yeah, exciting. So basically where we're at is we've been seeing a lot of little things that we want to, like, we couldn't have known until we jumped in. Hindsight is obviously like easy to say, oh, you should have done this or whatever. But yeah, I think we've got some really good ideas on how to change some things up. So it's not finalized what the mechanic changes are going to be, but we'll be talking about them a lot over the next few weeks and months, really, probably, right? So when I was doing the art, it took me about 3 months. I was also designing, making content every day and going crazy on everything else. But yeah, it still took me like about 3 months to get all the art ready. So I think this time I might outsource it to one of our team because we now have an artist on the team. But so yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Have we picked the characters yet? Don't share, but do you know internally? I've got an idea. I haven't really talked about it internally, but I've got an idea. Started to do some sketches. So, did you accept it yourself? Accept what? What do you mean? I'm so hyped for peg staking. Do we have any idea how much dust we will earn, and does it cost things? Oh, great question. Let me talk about that a little bit. We got some staking changes. We got some token changes. Yeah. So. Yeah. Why is no one answering your support ticket? I don't know. I know I got pinged on one today. I didn't check it out, but Ted's been doing rolls through all the pings today. But do I have a college degree? Yes, I've got a degree in creative marketing. But I guess you could call it what I'm doing creative marketing, but I didn't learn fucking anything in college. So I taught myself everything. But college is for some people. So no sweat to people who have a college degree. I'm gonna teach my kids to teach themselves, and then they can decide if they want to go to college or not. But yeah. One of the trait boxes updating. What do you mean? What do you mean, when are they updating? Have you picked up? Oh, yeah, sorry, I got that. Staking. Yes, let's talk about staking. Do you only own one shirt? You fucking got me, dude. Okay, so here's the thing. It's like, I have a good rotation of shirts. I've got a few that are like duplicates. This one is not a duplicate. I just wear it whenever it's clean because it's like one of my favorite shirts. But yeah, I've got like 4 just blue shirts that are all look very similar. It's like one less thing to think about. I know that's like super lame, but it's like, I don't know. Yeah, I wear a lot of blue shirts. So you got me. Okay, so what are the staking changes? Yes. So breaking staking changes. Yeah. Okay, here they are. Here's the breaking staking changes. Tokens are gone. Tokens have now been blended in with rainbow dust. So rainbow dust is now the only thing you need to worry about. Basically, let's talk about rainbow dust because it's a pretty big mechanic change. It's like super in the weeds stuff. So I'm going to go kind of high level so that we don't go too in the weeds. But hey, if you can all just really quick, tap that little like for me because TikTok loves it when you guys give me some likes. It means that I'm doing good. It means that you like what I'm saying. And I hope you like what I'm saying. We got, just a lot of stuff coming and things are happening. So anyways, all right. What is dust? First of all, so rainbow dust is going to be a new mechanic, and we've got a little bit of designs. I want to show you some of them. Let me pull them up, please. Hold on. Where are they at? Yes. Okay. Here we go. So none of this is finalized, right? But these are some of the things that we've been working on. Okay. So rainbow dust is this little icon, right? It looks like that. It'll also where are we at here? It'll look like this too. So the amount of rainbow dust you have will look like that in the top right corner of your screen. So there's 4 things rainbow dust can do. Rainbow dust can get you trait boxes, boom. Rainbow dust can upgrade trait boxes, right? So what it's going to do is like the cards won't turn, right? But you will see the rarity level based on the card back will be updated. So you'll see that, and you'll be able to upgrade the trait box based on the amount of dust of rarity. So to go from rare to epic is going to cost a certain amount. To go from epic to legendary is going to cost another certain amount. And you can actually chain it all the way from common, go to uncommon, to rare, to epic, to legendary. It's going to be nuts. But basically,
you shouldn't do that because it's going to be super ineffective on the cost, right? But you could do it if you wanted. So yeah. Anyways, so that is another thing that that Dust can do. So you can get trait boxes, you can upgrade trait boxes, and you can heal traits. So I mentioned it before, but when you stake or when you play the earn on the games, if you lose on the play to earn games, you one of your traits are going to get damaged. Well, what happens is you get these hit points hit, and you can actually see those on the dashboard already. If you go onto your unicorns dashboard, they all have hearts on them already, right? None of them have been damaged, right? But everything has 0 damage, but max health. And so what's going to happen is whenever there is damage on a trait, it will, in this bottom right corner, it'll show up with this icon. When you hover over that, it's going to allow you to repair it, and it's going to tell you the amount of cost it's going to repair. So the cost to repair is 3 dust right now. So I'm going to get into some things. It's pretty complex at that point, but you can also use dust on your unicorn to multiply its power level. So now the new max power level is going to be 2856. Freaking insane, right? Right now the max power level is half of that, so it's 1428 is the max power level right now. If you're a Pegasus 3 with legendary traits maxed out, that's what you have. But then if you put Rainbow Dust into your Rainbow Dust slot, max it out to basically 100%. That's how it's going to go. So yeah, so all of those, so those are the things, right? I think that's where we're at. So okay, so you can buy trait boxes, you can upgrade trait boxes, you can repair traits, and then you can also upgrade your unicorn. So Dust is super cool. It's way more complex than just getting trait boxes, which is where tokens were going to be. And then we slowly kept like coming up with more mechanics that felt like they fit really good with everything. And so there are 3 tight ways to earn dust. So I'm gonna start with the one that earns you the least and get to the one that earns you the most. So the one that earns you the least is going to be burning traits. So you can burn traits now, and that's going to I'll show you the number on those. Now, again, all of this is subject to change, but if you burn a trait right now on common, it's going to be 3 dust that you get. If you burn a legendary, you'll get 48, right? So the more rare the trait is, the more dust you get when you burn it. So another side of that too is that when you burn a Pegasus, right? Because we're about to add the ability to burn a unicorn to get the traits on it, right? So you have like 10 traits on this one unicorn, and you just love the traits, but you fuse them as the wrong color, or like 3 of them are awesome and the rest suck. You can burn the unicorn, get the traits, and then you can burn those traits or sell those on the aftermarket, or fuse those traits to another unicorn. Like, there's so much to do now with all of these mechanics. And so but if you burn a Pegasus, what do? Because you don't get Pegasus wings as another trait. It burns the unicorn, and then you get rainbow dust. So basically, the higher level the Pegasus is when you burn it, the more dust you'll get. But you'll get like 380 dust if you're a Pegasus 3. But why are you burning a Pegasus 3? You're crazy. You're crazy if you're burning a Pegasus 3. But if you to each their own, I guess. So can you send a sheet on Discord? I want to analyze it and give suggestions. Definitely. I actually have this really nice, pretty version of it, but I've since kind of thrown a lot of it out the window now that I've fused tokens involved. But this is kind of what it looks like. So toolboxes and trait or items aren't happening. You get a trait box, you get damaged traits, you get upgraded trait boxes, and you get powered up unicorns. So that's one way of earning it, is through burning stuff. So you can also if you stake, you get based on your Pegasus level, you'll now get more dust the higher level Pegasus you are. Again, this is subject to change. We're still refining these numbers, but basically how staking is going to work. And I don't have a pretty graphic for it, but essentially what happens is you stake your unicorn, and actually we really wireframed it out. Know that these designs suck. It's just wireframes, but we're on the way. So let me show you what that's going to look like. What the features that you'll have on staking, not what it will look like. Okay, here we go. So staking is going to be its own page. If you don't have any unicorn staking currently, it's going to show you on the left panel. It's going to show you unicorns that you can stake, right? You can also see unicorns that you can fuse to then be able to stake, because there's two ways to, or there's one way to stake. You have to be a Pegasus, and you have to have more than, or at least one trait on your Pegasus. So basically these would be Pegasus with a trait. These would be either Pegasus without a trait or not a Pegasus with traits, right? So it'll explain like what traits you're missing and all of that. So then the new cool thing is you're gonna be able to press view unicorn, and all unicorn pages are gonna have this now. It's gonna show you all of the missing traits. It's gonna show you if it's in your inventory. If it's not, it'll send you to a marketplace link. If it is, it'll show you how many you have, and you can go fuse it and choose the trait to go fuse to this one unicorn. Like, man, this experience is gonna be so nice. Yeah, okay. But then what happens when you are staking? Now this looks like a mess, I know, but hear me out, okay? So the idea is that you're gonna see all of your unicorns that are staked. You'll be able to see the most damaged traits on those unicorns, so you can like kind of keep an eye on like whether you should unstake it or not. And then it'll be a countdown to the next payout, because basically what happens is you get paid out every 7 days, right? A yield on your dust, right? So you get yielded a certain amount of dust based on the amount of unicorns you have staked and those Pegasus level of those unicorns, right? And so it's going to be quite complex when you have like 10 or more staked. Like, it's going to be super hard to keep on track. And so what you're going to be able to do is you're going to be able to filter them. And these are the filters. So again, all this is like super wireframed, right? But you'll be able to sort by, closest to yielding, total yielded ever, total yielded, amount of staked time, like, you've staked this one the longest or the least. You can see closest to having destroyed traits. So like you'll be able to keep an eye on management side through sorting. You'll be able to filter to see just like, just your stuff that's yielding the most. You'll be able to see like the ones that are already yielding, because essentially what happens is it takes 2 weeks before you get your first yield, because the first week is nothing, but your trait does get damaged every 7 days. So basically, you get 2 hit points hit on one unicorn before you start getting your first yields, and you'll get your first yield right away after that second one. Not right away, sorry. Okay. Trait count slider, you'll also be able to see like, unicorns with not very many traits left. You'll be able to see total HP on your unicorns, like filter for just those. Like, man, this is going to be such a nice management panel for people who have a lot of unicorns staked. And so, the idea is that you won't make too much every week. You'll make you'll make about a trait box worth of dust every week by staking a peg 2 or a peg 3 will get you about 1.5 per week per peg. But there is no maximum on it, so you can have 50 Pegasus staked if you have 50 Pegasus staked. So there are no free trait boxes going to happen after staking is up, because staking is going to be coming on right at the end of the season. And so basically, there's never going to be another free trait box. So now, put a pin in that. We may put some in season 2. I don't think we are. I'll get to that in a second. But basically, if you have a unicorn staked, you will not get to play with it in the games, and you will not get to you'll not get to sell it. If you sell it or transfer it, it's going to automatically get unstaked. What are the other limitations on it? Really need to fix the problem. Hey man, I just can't do anything because I'm on a live right now. So just keep pinging somebody on the tickets. All right. Okay. So you stake stuff. You get stuff every week. But every 7 days, your traits gets damaged. One of your traits get damaged. There's the other limitation. When you cannot heal traits with dust unless you destake. So you can't put dust on a unicorn that is staked, is the idea. So when is staking coming out? So basically what we're doing right now is we're working on the API. We've been also kind of rolling out the what do you call it? The trade market, obviously, so that's taking a little bit of time on our hands. But the rest of this week and next week, we're going to be working on the API for the games. And then at that point is when we're going to start developing the dust system, which is a lot. Basically, I said all the 4 ways to be able to do things with dust. We got to get those first. And then we got to get into the actual ways to earn those,
through staking. And so really dust is not going to matter until staking happens. And so really dust isn't going to come until the season's over, kind of thing. We'll see if we can beat that timeline. But yeah, we'll see. If we do, then we're if we're going to have it ready in time, then we probably will launch it before the season ends, and let people get some more trait boxes if they want. So but yeah, so what's next after the marketplace? So there's multiple things. So step one is API. Then we're getting into the Dust system, which like is a lot of infrastructure, but also a lot of UI work. After that, we're going to get into staking, and then we're going to get into burning mechanics. So after the season's over, if you want to go Pegasus, you have to burn a unicorn to go Pegasus. Additionally, you have to what do you call it? Sorry, I just had I totally forgot what I was gonna say. And then you can also burn unicorns to get their traits. There you go. So basically, like, it's gonna be really interesting because we didn't really plan it to be like this. But what we did was, like, the timeline lined up perfect to where right when we're ready to launch this stuff is right around the end of the season. So we're definitely going to hold the burning stuff until the end of the season. So yeah. And when the game is releasing, yes. So we're working on the game. So we now have 2 people on the project, and so one is kind of like the lead dev. That's Fleck. He's been pretty sick since like Friday though, so he's getting back on it today, and we're moving again. But basically, my timeline is, we're going to start doing internal play testing by April, and then we're going to pretty much spend April and May getting it nice and adding more features and everything like that. So basically, June is the plan for alpha, and then July is the plan for beta. And so alpha is CryoPass holders, beta is for unicorn holders. So basically, if you're a unicorn holder, you're going to need a Pegasus in order to earn trait boxes until the games come out. So yeah. More teasers for the game. We really don't have any more. That's the thing, is Flex been sick, so we haven't really been able to move too much further on it. But we've been also working a bunch on the what do you call it? I think I'm talking too fast. Sorry. So I'm gonna try slowing it down a little bit. Yeah. Okay. Would there be a SU app? I'm guessing yeah, because you made apps before. Just curious. Yeah. So I think that we'll probably launch a formal app by season 2 launch. We'll definitely have the app as a game too. The games are going to be mobile apps. So definitely it's going to be the first one. So yes. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. All right. Anything else? Have I missed anything else? Cool. Peg 1. What's your question about Peg 1? What is the expecting price for unis? Yeah, I mean, like, it's kind of like always a lame answer, but I don't really have a good answer for it. I think that everything that we're doing leading up to launch of the games, launch of season 2, I think there's going to be a lot of movement on the price for that, because demand's going to be coming, right? Right now we still have pretty low amount of stuff listed per what's in our collection, like really low actually compared to other projects. But the floor is pretty low because we have not been able to be connecting on the marketing really, and so we're starting to do a bunch of ads lately on TikTok. They've been going really well, and it's been getting some sales. It's been getting some new blood in, but we've only scratched the surface on it. So we're really grinding, and I think that just shot in the dark stuff. By the time that the game officially launches, I think that will be solidly over 0.5 Sol. And then by the time that season 2 comes around, hopefully we'll be up around 1 Sol kind of thing. So we'll see. Those aren't like, we're not moving on season 2 until it hits this point. We're not going to do that sort of thing. But yeah, we'll see. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, we started ads. We started doing TikTok ads only so far. We're going to start doing some YouTube ads as well pretty soon. It's like we we feel like we've got some rhythm going on it. But man, it's like TikTok is really converting well. The problem is they don't let you advertise crypto. So that's what we've been banging up against. Is we have some good videos going that aren't ads, and we're like, okay, great, let's go advertise this one, and then it won't let us because we like said NFT too much or something like that. So we're kind of refining our strategy, but honestly, it makes it more FYP friendly anyways if we drop the NFT tag and just talk about how fucking cool this thing is, right? Like most NFT projects, all they gotta say is, we're an NFT project and like look at our cool art, right? But man, like that's like kind of like, oh yeah, by the way, for our project. So must a mobile site to claim boxes. It's the same URL. So app.strandedunicorn.com. So for the mobile app, would they be 2D or would they be 3D? For the game, you mean, or what? Hey. So the game is going to be like kind of 2.5D, I guess. I can show you some footage of it. Hold up. Let me show you.
This is what we got. So far. We've gotten a bit further along. We just haven't like gotten to the point where it's like worth showing much more. Basically, we've got it where we're laying down turrets now, and we've got it where the turrets are shooting. But we got a lot of AI work to do on it, and just like making these assets like actual real, like salvage. Like basically, these are gonna be salvage. When you kill an enemy, it's gonna drop salvage. Like all of those things we're working on over the next few weeks, kind of things. So. Yeah. Will you need to burn blank for all 3 levels of Pegasus once that happens, or only from 15 traits to Peg 1? Yes. So basically how that's going to work after the season is you have to burn 15 traits and another unicorn to go Pegasus. So that's for every level. So you've got to get 15 traits, burn a unicorn, get Pegasus 1. Pegasus 2 is get 15 traits, burn all 15 traits and another unicorn, and then do it again. Or actually, no. At that point, you get through Peg 3. You don't need to worry about burning anymore. So you need to burn 2 unicorns and 30 traits to get to Peg 3. So yeah, what's up, Rob? How you doing? When we first planned out Pegasus, we were planning some crazy deflation mechanics. Basically, these were going to be the steps. You have to go to Peg 2, you have to burn another Pegasus. And then to go to Peg 3, you have to burn a Pegasus 2. So you basically got to get Pegasus, then burn a unicorn, Pegasus, burn a unicorn, max it out, burn the Pegasus, do that all over again, and then get to here, and then burn that, max it out, and then you go. So it was gonna be insane. We might bring some of those elements into season 2, because I think that we made some things a little too easy. So we kind of underestimated some of the passion. We weren't expecting a Peg 3 in month 1. I was expecting like a bunch of pegs in month 1, but we did get a Peg 3 in month 1. I think it was a while before we got over like 5 or 10 Peg 3s, but yeah, the ones who wanted it first went and took it. So, any thoughts on a sub trait for weapons like melee or range? It's kind of off of the unicorn's range, but the items is sword and vice versa. Yeah. I definitely agree. It's a little awkward. My problem with that is it's really complex because basically what that means is before we make the trait, we have to give abilities to it, right? And I'm okay with that if we have abilities planned out. But what happens when we come up with a new game and there is no range to it, right? Or there's no close up, it's only ranged. Then it's really awkward, right? And it already is a little awkward. And I think that we're not going to limit ourselves on the games based on that, right? Because we don't want to we want to make it fun on the games and fun on the collection, and they are definitely connected. But when you go play the games, you're not thinking about the collection, but you are thinking about your character. And so I guess it's kind of like on you to say, like maybe I think what we're gonna do is essentially is that your projectile is going to change based on your class, but it's all going to be kind of vibing like the same way, right? So maybe if you have like a pistol, but you're a tank,
then you would still be shooting your pistol, but it would be kind of like a shotgun or something like that in terms of the projectiles, you know. But I don't know, like we're getting into that sort of thing as we go. We probably won't have that that stuff optimized until we get to beta, though. Alpha is gonna be an alpha, and they're gonna play with with some wonkiness there. But yeah, you know, like for me, like I think that level of polish is really cool, and I want to get into that level of polish. But we are going to launch way before we get to that level of polish, because like I would much rather launch, you know, 6 months earlier. And build on that every week, every month, and keep like grinding the hell out of that game to make it way better. Or like in a year after launch, I want the game to be like completely different. You know what I mean? In a good way. So yeah, so that's the thing. And so the problem with the layer 1 is there's a lot of things that we want to change, but it would like be such a big mechanic change that it would like cause a lot of headache. Not only on like mostly around like the understanding, like, hey, I was planning this strategy and then all of a sudden it changed on me, and I didn't even know it, and I continued that strategy and everything's like fucked now, right? So like we can't really do that. It's a bit of a bait and switch thing. And so having said that though, we've got a big thing. We're gonna do an announcement about it, but you guys will be hearing it first here, is that from now on, you know, after today, so the first 3 drops were this way. The last 3 drops, you have to get 15 traits, and that's it. 8 and 13 doesn't matter. You get to 15, and that's it. You only get 1 per unicorn, and you've got to get to 15 traits. You don't have to Pegasus, but if you get to 15, that's when you get your reward, and that's it. If you get another unicorn to 15, you'll get a second reward, but basically it's 1 per uni, and you got to get to 15 in order to do that. So there you go. Whoa, big change. But you see, like, and that's the thing, is like it's a small change relatively, but man, like I bet you anything there's going to be at least 10 people who don't hear it, and we're going to try to shoot it from the rooftops the next few weeks. But I'm sure there's going to be people who don't hear it. They plan around it, and they feel like slighted, and it sucks, right? And I don't want people to feel like that, but that's how it's what we got to do, like to try to refine some stuff a little bit. So yeah, so basically, every base unicorn, so Pegasus still doesn't get you any rewards, but every time from now on, it is no longer 8 and 13 traits. It is 15 traits. If you get to 15 traits, you don't have to Pegasus, but if you get to 15, that's when you are able to get another unicorn. So reward unicorn. So yeah, we figured it was a good time halfway through the season. So if I send unicorn to another wallet, what about the trait? What do you mean? What about the trait? What do you mean by that? Yeah. Sweet. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it was a thing that we were bouncing off for a while, and we were like, we were kind of like, we were kind of like, I don't know when the best time to do it or what the best move was, you know, like we wanted to like kind of sit and wait. And honestly, like it wasn't even about circulation. It was more like just overall difficulty is what we've been feeling like we want to, you know, like now that we're kind of like in the later part of the season, right? Like I think that, hold on. Beep. Boom. Sorry. Jesus. Come on. Okay, cool. Yeah, now that we're part of the last half of the season, I think that like we all like a lot of the people who were spending money and who were grinding in a big way. Sorry. A lot of the people who were grinding in a big way are kind of like at this point now. I've been feeling it too lately, where it's like, what do I do now? You know what I mean? Like, we don't have games, we don't have staking. Like, we're kind of in this like limbo period where we've made it to the top, or not the top, but like, you know, we've got, you know, 10 or more unicorns. We've got, you know, 50, 80, 90, 100 plus traits, and we're kind of like, okay, what's next? You know, and so. yeah, like with that in mind, like every day we get more insight into this project after feeling the mechanics, you know what I mean? And so all I can say is a lot of it's going to get saved for season 2. But this one is one that we wanted to move on right now. So yeah. All right. Want to hear a sad story? Basically, my PC has been broken for 5 weeks and I missed out on the traits. Oh, bummer. Wait, do we need to burn Pegasus right now? No. So that's the thing. Is burning will not happen until after the season's over. Okay, so don't stress about that. That's still going to be the same thing. But the announcement is, yeah, there you go. The announcement is that 8 and 13 traits rewards are going away. They only happen now at 15 traits. However, one last thing is if you have already gotten your 8 or 13 reward, like for your unicorn, then you won't get another one as well. So that's the other side too. So basically 1 per unicorn and only 8 and only 15. See, it's funny. I go like on these scripts. I got these scripts in my head and I start saying there's the old thing as I'm talking about the new thing. So, dude, I'll say it one more time. That's it. Okay. All right, here we go. You get 8 and 13 rewards are going away. They only happen when you only get 1 per unicorn, and it's only when you get to 15 traits on a unicorn. So if I fuse a 15 to current 13 trait, no reward. Yes, correct. But yeah, basically, yeah. If you've already got 8 or 13, then you shouldn't get another reward kind of thing, because that would just be go backwards, really, right? So, yeah, I pay for my unicorn for the next drop, and normally it shows 1 of 1 rewards, and now it's showing 0 of 0. If you paid for it, then you should be good. You should be really good. I just pulled it up. So we got 1,500 unicorns currently selected. 1,029 of those have paid. So yeah, number's been going up a bit today. Yesterday it was at like 1,200, I think 1,250, something like that. So it's gone up the past few days. It's been shooting up. I think everybody saves it for the end. It's funny, but yeah. If I have Pegasus, will I get a uni when I put 8? No. So that's the thing, is it only happens once per unicorn on its entire life cycle. So like Pegasus levels is still the same unicorn, even though it's a Pegasus kind of thing. So yeah, basically, that was already the case. But it's going to stay the case. So how to get same deal with the Pegasus is you get 15 traits and then you just reset the traits. And if you do that, you get to 15. You get to Pegasus. So yeah. Can you see my question? I had this clicked before. Oh, let's see. Snowlike, I don't see your question. Hold up, it's loading. Yeah, I don't see your question, Snowlike. My option to pay for a unicorn went away. Did you pay for it? I cannot pay. Took a look at my ticket. There's some issue going on. Okay. Is this happening for the next drop on? Yeah. So like basically, if you've already got to 8 or 13 at this point, and you like got rewarded and all that, it's basically like starting tomorrow on, right? Because today's the last day. Kind of thing. So don't stress too badly if you are in the point where you're trying to pay and it's not working or whatever. You have until the end of day tomorrow to get it sorted. So the thing is you win today, you pay by tomorrow, by the end of tomorrow. So don't stress too much. We'll hopefully get it sorted tomorrow, if not today. So yeah, if a blank unicorn gets 15 traits, it will get 1 reward, free uni or 5 traits, compared to the previous where 2 rewards are received. Yes, correct. There you go. That's a better way of saying it. Thank you so much, Zaya. My question was, if there's like 1 million players, how are you going to accommodate that with 8K NFTs? Yeah, great point. So, yeah, yeah. Sorry. I just started going. I was like, okay, I'm just gonna keep going. Okay. Basically, the here's the thing: is First of all, you do not need to hold to play the games. You need to hold to earn to play while you're playing the games. So, and also, when we open it up to everybody, and hopefully get 1 million players and all that, at that point, you can you as a holder can also play with non-unicorn characters as well. But you will not earn unless you play with the character, right? With the NFT. And so, so with that in mind, basically, we're looking at this as like a different tier system, right? But right now we've got 13,000 in circulation. We're probably going to mint another 500 or maybe more on this generation. And when we do that, let's say that by the end of the season we get to like, I don't know, 17,000 or 20,000. Let's just keep it even at 20,000. So if we have 20,000 unicorns, first of all, when we get the game going and launches and we open it up to everybody, let's say that we get 100,000 players. That unique players, those 20,000 unicorns are on average like 2 or 3 per wallet at this point, maybe even more on average. So really, you don't have too many unicorns ready to like go into the player's hands. So even at 20,000, there still is a lack of NFTs per player on the game. But then. That will be a little bit better once we start opening future seasons, and we don't have an exact line on what we're going to do for the circulation for the next seasons. However, I will say it is going to be way harder to get more and to get higher levels on the games. And so not on the game, but on layer 1. Sorry, we've got a few big ideas that don't feel too limiting. Hopefully, we'll see. So with that in mind, it is going to be more difficult, which means that probably whatever it is, it will end up a little bit less in circulation than unicorns, right? We'll see again, but that's just what I'm feeling is going to happen. So all that said, how does that work out then to, we have 1 million players, we want to have, hundreds of thousands of holders at least for that, right? And the reality is, in order to make these super coveted, then we've got to make really rare stuff at the end of the day. You know what I mean? We are definitely going to keep doing seasons and keep expanding the project's circulation overall. Each season will be its own like standalone collection, right? But as a whole, they'll be kind of like looked at as the same, off the books, I guess. So I look at it as, over time, we might, level it out. But I hope that we continue to keep getting more and more players as we go, and we end up getting, millions of players, not just up to 1 million players. And so all that said, really long-winded answer is that I don't think we're ever going to get to the point where there is NFT characters in most of the players' hands. I think that maybe one day we'll get it to where we have like lower level NFTs that don't actually they're not actually players, but you could maybe like earn them or buy in at a smaller fee, and then somehow level those up, and then get money to get into the NFT, like one of the character NFTs or something like that. Like I could see us doing stuff like that down the line, but we definitely have to do that responsibly as well, to again keep the sanctity of rarity on the unicorns or whatever characters to come. So yeah, I feel like in the future, having Uni will be like a rare skin to show you were here in season 2. Yeah, I think so. The more I've thought about it, the more like I think that we're probably going to go lower circulation to begin with than 8,000 on season 2 and beyond. It's hard because like I want unicorns to be like this like on the pedestal thing, right? But I think in order for like to do what's best for the project and the future of the project, we need to be a little bit more reserved on it and look at it as the unicorns will be the coveted thing on the pedestal once everything is on the pedestal, you know what I mean? And like, and in that, like, we're gonna do everything we can to like continue to make them really badass in the games. But I think that like we might go a bit more focused on the circulation a little bit next season. So we'll see. Again, it's not an announcement or anything on that. But overall, like even if we go higher circulation on the mint, the rewards are going to be probably less. We'll see. I don't know. The whales always surprise me, but yeah, we're going to make it way more difficult to get rewarded and to like get to high levels, right? Like because we want Peg 3s or even just Pegasus to be like, holy shit, that's a Pegasus, So yeah. The drop is after 8 hours. I have paid for 3 unicorns. When will you send them? Yeah. Okay. So here's the thing. Here's the schedule timeline. So today at midnight, in 8 hours, or I think less now, 7 hours, right? So in that time, the drop period ends. 24 hours after that is when the payment ends. So you have until tomorrow at midnight to pay and for your unicorn or to choose your trait box. Now at that point is when we're going to start minting, and it's not going to be at midnight because I'm going to be sleeping. But Friday we're going to start minting and getting everything ready. By Sunday we hope to start sending them out. It might not be until Monday, depending on how fast Solana is going. So to give you a little context. The first drop, I got it out on Monday. The second drop, I got it out on Sunday because Solana was moving a little bit faster. So, I've got this down now to like a science, but everything just does take a long time because we've got, hundreds now, not thousands. So it might go faster because of that. But yeah, we've got like basically we have to do a series of scripts on every single NFT, and each one takes another transaction. So it takes a while. There's just no way to go faster. So and we're not going to start sending them till all of them are ready, kind of thing. So yeah. Hey, what's up, Nacha? I suggest giving an altcoin to the unicorn holders so we can potentially get passive income. Let me talk about that a little bit. I've gone pretty in detail on my thoughts on that. Essentially, where we're at is we cannot comfortably do that because it won't be passive income until you can actually sell that for money, right? Now hopefully we can get to the point where we have a liquid coin, right? But before we do that, we've got to have a liquid project, right? Like it would be irresponsible of us to just start airdropping coins to our holders and say, hey guys, you're getting coins now, and people would be like, yay, and then it would be like, wait, I can't sell this, right? So because coins you can only sell them if you buy them, right? And now you don't think about that when you're buying Bitcoin and Solana or whatever, or Ethereum or whatever, because when you're doing that, so many people are buying and selling that you don't even think, right? But for all of those altcoins like that, there's got to be buyers who are buying what you're selling, and so all that said. We're really not going to do that until we're in the position to actually move on a coin in a responsible way. Now, here's the cool thing though, is I believe there is passive income built into this project, because we are a project like no other project. There is assets in this that is separate from from coins, right? But it is on chain technically, even though the asset isn't on chain. It's really weird, but so you earn trait boxes, you get traits. You can fuse those traits and upgrade your NFT, and then sell it for more or whatever. That's the idea. But then the other side now is we've got the marketplace up. It launched yesterday. You can go sell traits on the marketplace now. You can list them, and then if somebody buys them, then you can make money there. And so all that said, we're gonna keep building on that. We're gonna focus on the assets and the NFTs that those assets get fused on, and then once we're like at this pumping spot where we're like the marketing cycle is working in a good way. Once we get through that, is when we'll start eyeing some coin stuff. So the idea is like we want you to do it. We want to make a coin. We just like it would be too much work and not enough reward for you guys to do it. Where we could spend the same amount of energy marketing our NFTs and probably would move the needle short term quicker anyways. So yeah, my idea can make passive income. What's your idea? My option pay for unicorn went away. I had to log off, and when I logged back in, it was gone. Okay. Yeah. I don't know. Again, let's try to make tickets, everybody. If you got issues with the stuff with the drop. Thoughts on adding audio NFT traits to be added on the unicorn soon, like voiceovers? That's a cool idea. Yeah, I think that there's a lot of opportunity to do NFT collections that are in the same world, but not characters or anything like that. Like for instance, like a lot of people want backgrounds. What if we could do like a whole collection that's separate and it's like living quarters, and so that is the background, and you can have another NFT live in that, but once you sell that NFT, it like goes away or something like that, right? Like on this NFT, that'd be pretty cool, right? Stuff like that. Voiceovers is a really cool idea. The only problem is it's a whole different monster of, and I'm good at art. I'm not good at sound design. We're moving on that sort of stuff, but we'll get there. Hey Ted, I see you in here. I don't know if you've heard, but there's a lot of people having issues with their payment button happening. So if you could check out the tickets, Ted. I know it's really late for you, but can you explain the community wallet? I wasn't there. Yeah. Okay. So here's the thing: is community wallet is let's see where it's at. We now have the community wallet ready. We have the vote ready. So the community wallet gets 10% of our royalties. So we get 7.5% of every sale that happens on the marketplaces, and we are giving 10% of that to the community wallet. That is unicorns, not traits, because traits are basically like it's cutting our trait box revenue, and so we've got to keep this project going. So we're not splitting our royalties on the marketplace, on the trait marketplace. But anyways, right now there's 5.1 sold in the BUQ wallet is the wallet, and so that would be the wallet that we vote on. We have gotten everything set to do a vote. We just haven't gotten the vote out yet because there's been so much going on. We'll probably do it in the next week or two. The real reason we keep tabling it, we wanted to do it every week, or every month. Just hasn't been too much trade volume. So it's kind of like, what are we going to put to Sol? It's not super exciting. There you go. I can only talk to you about my plan in private. I don't want anyone else to know it. Okay, cool. I guess DM me. I haven't really been able to check my DMs or really engage at all the past few days. Yesterday, my wife was sick, and I had to spend half the day away, and it's been killing me today because I've been so behind the 8 ball and everything. I hope to catch up tomorrow. We'll see. When will the Twitter giveaway be? I don't know. I don't really do that. I don't handle the giveaways. So I know it's I'm the face of it all, but we've got a team with me, and so I don't have to think about the giveaway stuff. So basically, I just send it out whenever it's ready. So, yeah. How's she feeling? Oh, thanks, Faye. Yeah, she's better now. It's just a one day, but she was super bad yesterday. But so I just had to hang out with my kids. Bummer lifestyle, just having to hang with the kids. No, it was good. It was good to hang out with them and spend some time. And my second daughter is just such a goofball. She's just really goofy. So yeah, there you go. Spoke to Ted and he likes the idea. Nice. I keep on forgetting to send my idea for merch. Oh yeah, what up? Amazing team, by the way. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, Ted has been hanging out on the lives lately, and it's been awesome seeing you in here, Ted. I'm sorry that I had to say, hey, go check tickets. It's the drops. They never get easy. It's just there's just a lot of manual mode to this. The tracking isn't manual mode, but there's if anything goes wrong on the transaction checking, then it's kind of it looks right on the back end, but it's not showing correctly on the front end. It's there's just a lot of difficulty around that, where it's it's just frustrating because there's nothing a lot of times there's not much we can do unless we really take under get under the hood. But then even then it's it seems right, so why is it not showing? So it's just always something. So we'll get there. Can we see the t-shirt merch again? Yeah, for sure. How many max weekly trait boxes can you have? Right now it's 7.
7 per week. So this is merch that I was showing the other day. Dope, right? Yeah. And then like also something like this too. I think that'd be cool. We're still figuring it out. We're probably like, it was just like, yeah, that's what it would look like on a shirt. That one's cool. I like that one a lot. Okay, so I have a Phantom wallet on my phone. How can I screenshot it clean? What do you mean screenshot it clean? What I would suggest, if you want to get into the screenshot, you clear all your tags again. Oh, okay. Uh-oh. Yeah, what I would suggest, if you want to check out, like get a screenshot to clear. Oh, so like clear your cache, you mean on Phantom Wallet? Well, that's the thing, is there's nothing you can like manually do. It's on the blockchain. Whenever the blockchain refreshes its cache is when it gets cleared up. So yeah. So 15 traits to fuse for the boxes. Yes, that's what the next step is going to be. So it's moved. If you haven't heard already, basically if you have 8 or 13 traits fused, right now that's when you get a reward. But now that's changing to where it's 15 traits fused. So by the way, if you already have 8 or 13 as a reward, then it's going that counts already, kind of thing. So yeah. Yeah, does that make sense? So basically 15 traits, you get a reward. You can either choose boxes or get another unicorn, and that's it. Well, it's 15 to 1 unicorn. So it's like the same way. It's just like it's harder now. Like, and you don't get 2. So so it's not 8 or 15. It's just 15. Yeah, exactly. So yeah. But hey, I want to show you guys something. It's really cool. We're working on this new system. It's gonna be really cool. So we're gonna let people do a test drive coming up. So this is what it's gonna kind of look like. So you'll get to select a skin color for a unicorn. This is like a page before this, but I haven't designed it yet. But yeah, so you could like pick a color for your unicorn, and then you can confirm that color. Then you can name it. And then it gives a name right there. And then this is when it gets really cool. So you could actually get a demo trait box. And so watch this. Right? And then you can actually re-roll it. So you can like sit here and like make a bunch of randomized trait boxes. Oh, I got a legendary. Haha, that's cool. I would definitely get the Sabretooth and I would definitely get the Cyclops. Yeah. Definitely would get the glowing aura. I've been looking for that guy. Yeah. What would you get? Would you get money? I think I would pick money out of this one. Second trait, look at that guy. Ooh. This is really fun, by the way, to just sit here and press this button. So yeah, you guys will be able to visit that page too. So yeah. Love this NFT. As a devs, don't choose the design. This is a really cool NFT. Ha! Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah. Did you hear me? Your problem was solved. Yo, Marco, man, I'm so relieved. I'm so sorry. It's like, sometimes I just feel so powerless to like help because, but yeah, I'm just really glad that it was fixed for you. So yeah. So hey, Ted. But yeah. So I just wanted to repeat to everybody here that if you didn't catch my drift, because I did a big announcement a minute ago. So if you fuse 8 or 13 traits right now, you get a reward. That's going away. From now on, you get if you fuse 15 traits to a unicorn, it gets you a reward. That's starting tomorrow. So basically, if you get 8 or 13 today, then you'll still get marked down as a winner. But here's the thing: is if you already got 8 or 13, then that counts already towards your winnings. So if that unicorn has 8 or 13, and you've already gotten the reward for it, then you won't get another reward when you get to 15. But if you're currently at like 12, or sorry, if you're currently at like 7, and then you take it to 8 to 15, then you'll get marked down as a winner. So you do not have to go Pegasus to do that, but it is a big change. It's going to be basically the first half of the season was a little easier. Second half of the season is going to be a lot harder. So yeah.
Hi Nolan, why is the website slow at times? Yeah, so a big reason why the website is so slow is because basically it has to rebuild the entire unicorn every time you do anything, and so it's actually really intensive on the UI the way that we build it. But hey, we got some really cool stuff. It's going to be way smoother really soon. Right now we've been working on the API, but what we're doing now is we're actually doing all of the merging of the images off, like not on the front end, and it's all on the server now. So it's gonna be more secure, but also more than that, it's gonna be way faster, and it's gonna allow us to do a lot of really cool things to be able to like help make everything go faster. So yeah, that's the thing. Is like the next few weeks, they're not going to be very exciting times, but they are going to be important times for the project. So yeah. Hey, what's happening, Gaming Mellow? When you're one trade off, bummer. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Yeah, like it was a hard decision. It was like. We've been feeling it that it was a little too easy since we started, but it was just kind of like, well, we can't change it now because everybody's like gearing up on their plans and everything, and so it just felt like the right time. It felt like a lot of people who have been around for a while were able to get to at least 8 or 13 by now on at least one unicorn, and then and so like that's kind of what made us feel confident in doing is like, okay, halfway through, let's move on to the next thing. So yeah. So yeah. All right. Just got +4 unis and 5 boxes. Dang, look at you. Look at you. So you got 5 winnings then. That's cool. All right. So 14 uni now. Yeah. Wait, what do you mean? Oh, you got a 14 unicorn. Nice. I got my first Pegasus 3 the other day. Hey, I haven't opened the trade box today. Shall we go get a legendary? Sorry. My daughter watches Blippi, and he says, shall we go to the mall? A lot. And so she says, shall we, so much. And so, yeah, super lame. Okay, here we go. Let's claim it. Boom. Commons. Here you go. What do we got? Headband. Nice. I need a head chite. By the way, it is so cool seeing this 522 fees. You don't have to like think about the percentages anymore. It's really, really nice. I'm gonna get the fashionista glasses actually. Are you saying it's better to go 13 trades now or do 15 later? Well, do 13 now, because if you can do it now, I would do it because from now on it's 15 or more. 15 gets you one. So yeah. Hold on, let me pay for this trade right quickly. Cool. My NFT is close to being hunter. Nice. Yeah. But if I knew this was going to be announced, I'd go with all my unis to 8. Ha! I'm sorry. I know. We were like wanting to. We've been kicking this around for a while, but it was like a while before we we didn't want to pull the trigger, but then it just like, I don't know. The more we thought about it, we were like, yo, let's do it. So cool. How do you find out what class it is? Yeah, so we need to do a lot more information on the classes, but here's the best way to understand classes as they are right now. So check this ring, right? So every unicorn has this same exact ring where there's 2 rings, right? The outer and the inner. So the inner is 100 power level. And the reason why 100 is important is because once you get anything to 100, you are that class. If you get 2 things to the outer ring, which is 150, you'll become a combo class. So this one is 172 and 184. So this one is a combo class of a guardian. So that's a guardian right there. But then let's see. I don't know if I'm any single classes. I think I'm only combo class. Yeah, I'm only combo classes.
But yeah, I mean, like, let's just look again. Yeah, this one's got 150 and 2. But let's say that this was at like 140. Well, then I would only be a cross class between an assassin and a mage, right? But once I get 2 to 150, it becomes a combo class, not a cross class.
So you get it? But anyways, how do you understand what the class it is at all? Go to our website in my bio link. Go there, and in there it's going to look like this, and there's going to be an important documents button. If you go to important documents, and then you go to unicorn class breakdown right there. Once you're in there, you're here. Boom! Check that out, right? So basically, you can see all of it. So red is tank, orange is assassin, assist, healer, mage, marksman, and then the combo of those two, right? So like a necromancer is an assassin healer, right? But yeah, until you get 150 on both, you're just a cross between the two. Cool. Okay, guys. Well, I've been talking a lot. So, hey, we talked about Dust. We talked about staking. We talked about this big announcement of the new reward system. Yeah, it's a great day. So, hey, thanks so much for hanging with me. It's, yeah, you know, like I just am really appreciative of all of you guys' passion. It's like, it's so rewarding to continue to work on this project. And like, I'm just, yeah, I don't say it enough that how grateful I am to you all. So thank you for hanging with me. Thank you for being with me on all this. We got a ways to go. But we're getting there. So cool. Can't wait to start talking about season 2 mechanic changes. Gonna be some big stuff. And yeah, so hey, have an awesome day. Again, bye. Hey, bye.